welcome to another episode of Two Gents Opinions, bud.
How's it going?
Today's episode will be another list episode. This one will be top 5 favorite TV comedy shows. So instead of comedy movies, it's going to be TV shows this time.
That's true. And it's very, very hard for me.
Yeah, I guess you can say why it's hard for you.
I can't condense. Mostly because I have my list of like favorite British English shows, like comedy-wise, and then I have my own like separate category for American, and then there's just some in between as well, neither American or British. But
yeah, you just watch too many shows. Like I'd stick to just my basis.
I guess so. So I don't know. It's hard for me to condense, and I feel like I'm gonna leave something out. I don't, and there's some of my honorable mentions that I'm like probably better quality than some on my top list, but
preference.
Exactly, it's what I come back to time and time again.
Same here. My list is very similar to that. So do you want to? What do you want to do? You want to do honorable mentions first, or?
Yeah, let's get the honorable mentions out of the way.
Okay, you want to go first, or want me to go first?
You can go first. Why not?
All right. So my honorable mentions, I'll just say them all, and then maybe, or I say a bit of them. So one of them is Workaholics. This is just a case of, I mean, it's one of my favorite shows. It's a show that made me want, like, I kind of want to do that style of show someday. Just like film stuff with my friends. But the last 2 seasons were fairly weak. They were very weak, and I just couldn't justify putting it above anything else. But it's still an amazing show. I love that show. I love Adam Levine.
Yeah, surprised it didn't make your top 5.
Yeah, there's reasons why. I can get into it. Rick and Morty, which is one of the best shows on TV right now, but it's also only 3rd season.
That's why I didn't put it on.
Yeah, I mean, that if you hadn't seen that show, my God, it's amazing.
I'm glad you did put it on, because I haven't put it on either on my list, but it is a great show. And
yeah.
It nearly did. And
we could do an whole episode just talking about Rick and Morty if we wanted to.
Yeah, for sure. So like, if it'd been like 5-6 seasons and it stayed to that quality, then probably.
Easily.
It's still too early days.
And then we got Parks and Recreation. Love it. I think it's one of the best ensemble casts ever. I mean, everybody who's in that show is like a megastar now.
That's true.
Susan Zari, Adam Scott, Chris Pratt, Amy Poehler, Rashida Jones is like, I'm pretty sure she's writing the Toy Story movie and shit.
Oh, is she?
So that was a good show, but again, it was kind of like one that I haven't rewatched a lot. A lot of these shows that are my favorites, I've rewatched a lot. This one I've kind of watched and like, I would rewatch it, but it's rewatchable, I just haven't. So it's not up there. New Girl. I love this show. I don't think you've ever seen it, eh?
I've seen first few episodes. I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if you get more into it, you really get into the characters. They're great characters. I've
heard it gets better over time. I just couldn't get into it.
It is. It's a really well. I mean, if you liked Friends, you'd probably like New Girl. It's kind of a similar style. Didn't make it just for the terms of like, I don't know. It's up there. I love the show, but these other shows are, I think, better quality and just I get more out of it. And then last, which you can debate, it might not be a comedy, but it's still got comedic elements. Only half hour. Entourage.
Oh, I should have seen that coming. I don't know why I didn't see it coming, but
yeah, no, I mean, come on, that show's great. I love it. It's just such a weird show. You can't really fit in a category. I've rewatched that entire series probably like 8 times. I just always rewatch it. I just love it so much. It's so much fun. I know a lot of people hate on it, but it's a great show. But yeah, those are my honorable mentions.
Alright. Well, I was going to say like a 4 mention. I would have put How I Met Your Mother on my honorable mentions list.
Oh, I totally forgot about that show.
If it hadn't been for like the last 4 seasons.
See, I go seasons 1 to 5 are great.
Yep.
6 to 7 are terrible. 8 and 9 are okay, watchable, but they're not as funny.
No.
It became more of kind of like a dramedy.
And I know you like the ending, but I didn't like the ending.
Yeah, I hate how people hate on that. It makes sense. It makes complete sense. He's telling the story about the first episode's about Robin.
Yeah, I know it makes sense, but I think if they hadn't extended it for so long,
that's the only problem.
All the different arcs and all that, then sure, then if they'd finished in like 3-4 seasons.
Well, they filmed the finale like with the pilot.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it, you adapt, but I don't know. I'm fine.
Yeah. But anyway, so my 5 honorable mentions are kind of going up. IT Crowd. Like, I love the IT Crowd. I think especially when it comes into like season 2, season
the American
3.
Version?
No. Season 2, season 3. I think there's just some hilarious moments. Season 4 is actually really funny.
There's 4 seasons of that show?
Yeah, season 4, and then there's like a kind of, it's not season 4, it's like a big mega episode.
It's like a UK show, right?
Yeah.
It's like unheard of.
I know, right? Well, actually, no, saying that, I've got an English show that comes up by 9 seasons.
Oh,
Oh
interesting.
yeah, I know, right? But yeah, so IT Crowd, I think it's hilarious. Like, I love the character of Roy, just how angry he gets. I think that's a common theme in my comedies. Is just people who get angry and just rant and vent. And then like kind of Roy is one of those characters.
I'm curious if Curb is gonna make your top 5 or not.
We'll find out. Only Fools and Horses is another UK show. 9 seasons.
Oh, okay.
It's 9 seasons.
Isn't that like
long.
a sketch show though?
No, it's so basically it's about two half brothers who try like street dealers who try and make it big. They're like the market stall dealers, and they're always looking for like a dodgy deal and that. And in some ways, the humor is a little bit dated. It's very to its time. You wouldn't enjoy it. You wouldn't understand it for a start as well. But it's a great show. I loved it, and it's just it can be hilarious. But I put it on my honorable mentions just because it's not always a show I go straight back to, but I do have such a fond memory of. The next one is like one of the all-time classics. Like for you, for me, for everyone, it's Friends.
Ooh.
Which is probably gonna be in the top 5, I feel. But the reason it only goes to honorable mentions is because while I still love it, it's not like my exact sense of humor now, like not my evolved sense of humor. But I do love it, like back in its day as well, and the whole Ross, Rachel, oh, they on a break, were they not on a break? You know, it's a classic. It's definitely defined like sitcoms nowadays, and so it definitely deserves to be up there.
I might come up, so I might have more to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows?
I feel like this one's going to be, you're going to have more to say as well, and the fact that it's on my honorable mentions will be seen as horrible by many people, but The Simpsons.
And I get it for you. For me, I can give my reasons why, but I like you. You probably didn't watch it as much, eh?
No, like originally I used to love it, but then I kind of went off of it. The thing is, in England we had the same few seasons over and over and over and over again, and you just kind of watch the same over, and then after a while it gets a little bit tiresome.
For sure.
But I stopped watching it, and I rewatched it again, and I realized how funny it was. And I also went through the really bad era where I was like, "Oh, Family Guy's funnier," which is completely incorrect now. But it was when I was like,
Family Guy was good for a few seasons.
It did. That's when it came.
It was never better, but
no, it came when like Family Guy was at its peak and Simpsons was on the decline.
When they were like The Simpsons, kind of.
Exactly, yeah. And then like I was a teenager and Family Guy was more edgy, so it was like, yeah, this is funnier. But it's not. But I love The Simpsons, so it's kind of a travesty it's there.
No, it's.
And another one. This one barely. So Simpsons as well, just so close not to be in the top 5. This one as well, Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Ooh.
Just drops out of the top 5.
Okay.
And it's a shame. The only reason I love it, it's great, it's clever, I love the tone. The one thing for me, it doesn't make me laugh out loud as much as some of these other shows. And while I do like going back to watching it, it's hard for me just to pick a single episode to be like, oh, I want to go and rewatch that one. I really want to rewatch that one. But with the other 5 shows, I can talk of an episode where I'm like, oh, I really want to watch that. Just that episode. Always Sunny as a big content. It was great. Loved it. Brilliant characters, like hilarious dialogue, just horrible, awkward scenes. So it just missed out. But
I know.
Same
Is that all?
That's on my
I think afterwards too, when we're done, if we remember, just naming other shows that everybody forgot, because I can already think of a few that I forgot.
Well, like just now, because I'm actually currently watching Silicon Valley.
Yeah, so I totally forgot about Silicon Valley. That's a great show, but again, only 3 seasons.
Yes, that's true. 4, isn't it?
I think they're going. I think
they've done 4th. Yeah,
they did 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I haven't caught up. But I really like it. But
same with like Archer.
Archer, yeah. South Park.
Yes, that was the one I was thinking of. South Park.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that. But that's another show where it's like,
there's so much.
It's great for what it is.
I think the last season was a little bit weak. I think
they admit it.
Yeah,
they tried to do a serialized.
Yeah, exactly. It came back to haunt them.
Well, they never expected Trump to win. That was the problem.
Not many people did.
But yeah, okay. I guess we can go to the list now.
Yeah, so going to politics.
It's gonna be a weird list because you kind of named a lot of my shows, but.
Yeah.
Number 5 is Friends. And I put it number 5. I put it 5 mainly because, kind of hitting the points you said, it's not your type of sense of humor anymore. Same here. I haven't rewatched Friends in a long time because I feel like if I do, I'm going to hate it. But I also feel like if I do, I'm not. I'm going to love it again.
Yeah.
But I'm just scared because that was the first show that I really got attached to.
Yeah, that's true.
I literally owned every season on DVD. I would watch it. I'd watch it like 3 times a day. Because it was always on TV, right?
Yeah.
It'd be that show. And I just loved all the characters. I got so into that show, man, that I could literally walk in. If somebody's watching Friends, if I heard like 2 lines of dialogue, saw it, I could tell you what episode it was.
Yeah.
I could tell you what season it was based on the opening credits and what half of the season, because it always changed. For like the first half
true.
would be from last season, the second half would be from the first half of that
Yeah.
season. And I mean, I totally mimicked Joey, like tried to, just being that dumb idiot. I just love Joey. I stole a lot of his jokes. Chandler's great. I mean, I grew an appreciation for Ross a lot more later on, just because he's like that type of character.
Yeah.
It's like that 70s show, which I forgot the name, but like
Oh.
Eric Foreman is like the greatest character ever. But back in the day, you were more of a fan of Kelso or Hyde or Fez.
Yeah.
But Eric's hilarious. But
Yeah, this person who kind of like brings everything along, right? Ties them all together.
well, no, Eric is just funny in like his like deadpan sense of humor and kind of like his dickish attitude.
I love that. I think the funniest moments of Friends for me are all Ross moments. There's like the tanning salon, like the white tea.
Stuff like that, yeah, him freaking out. It's fun. Like when he's fine, Ross is fine.
Yeah, my sandwich.
Yeah. Yes,
my
the sandwich.
Those are
But
my favorite parts of Friends, is Ross's moments.
Yeah, I would say it probably is similar here. I mean, it's all great, but even like the female cast is great too, and I love that dynamic
100%.
3 and 3.
Mhm.
It worked perfect, and I love their style, their show, man. Where it was always nobody. There was never really an A plot or B plot or C plot. Every single plot all got like equal time, right? There was always like 2 characters in this one, 2 in this one, 2 in this one, or like 3 and 3.
Yeah.
It was always equal amounts of screen time. The opening scene, like obviously they would have like the episode title would be named off of like a main thing.
Yeah.
And they would maybe get a bit more, but it was always pretty equaled out.
Yeah.
It
was
bamboozled.
Great formula for like all modern sitcoms right now. Like,
Yeah, sitcoms for sure. People definitely.
every show is like,
replicate that.
oh, it's like the new Friends. It's like the new Friends. Everyone's like, How I Met Your Mother was the new Friends. Modern Family was the new Friends. Like,
That show just like, and that show was massive. It's insane how big that show. Did you hear about like their cast before? Like I think George Clooney was in talks to be in the show or something.
yeah.
It was a weird cast.
He did make a cameo, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah,
Brad Pitt was great in it too.
that was a great cameo.
Yeah, where he used to be fat.
Yeah, it hates on Rachel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
funny
yeah.
now in context, but
Yes.
yeah.
But yeah, so that was Friends. I put it on for that reason because like it's kind of hard not to put it for the way it like influenced me. Like that was the show that I got attached. Like I would watch the same episode 5 times in a row and laugh. There's the one with the candy is great. When, like there's like a scene where it's like some guy wants candy and he's like, "Shut up!" I don't know. I can't fully because
was it when Monica's making?
Monica leaves out all the candy.
Yeah.
And then some guy said something, and Joey comes out of nowhere and like pushes him out of the way.
I was
It's
like,
like,
"Come on, candy!"
Yeah. She's like, "Joey, is that you?" Also, good note. I don't know if you know who this is. I think you do, but it's kind of a funny thing that not a lot of people know. Doug Benson was in Friends.
Sounds familiar.
Doug Benson, stand-up comedian, is like the ultimate stoner.
Right.
Does like Douglas Movies podcast, shit like that. But he kind of did like a few acting things. He was also, I believe he was Judd Apatow's roommate or something like that.
Okay.
Interesting story again, side note, for funny people, the opening scene when Adam Sandler's making the prank calls, which is real. Judd Apatow, I think, is filming it, and Doug Benson is, I believe, actually in the room. You just never see him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But anyways, Doug Benson says, somebody tries to hook Rachel up with him, and he's like, "You work at Bloomingdale's? My mom calls it Bloomies."
Oh, yeah, I remember that line.
So that's Doug Benson. But yeah, so that's Friends. That's my take on it. That's why it's in number 5, not higher, not honorable mentions. It's just nostalgic reasons, like Billy Madison.
Right. So even though we've been talking about it, like shows that haven't had that much of a long run time, and I've been using that against them,
But
I'm going to be completely hypocritical and go for one of like my all-time favorites because it came at the right time for me. It's in between. Yeah, I can relate to it so much. It's like you grow up with those characters and you're in the same age group as them. I was in the same age group when they were it was at its peak.
Yeah.
It only had 3 seasons. Yeah, there's only 6 episodes in the season. I mean, it did have 2 movies, which were
okay.
Yeah, they're okay.
They were what they were.
No, they had their moments, but they're not the show.
No.
But I there's so many times that I could just want to watch the show again. I could watch the same episodes over and over and over again, and just like some of the stuff like Will says or Simon says, it's just so funny.
You're such
like,
a Simon, bro.
Everyone says I'm a Simon. Yeah. Like, get big! I was just
I
like,
still yell bus wankers at people.
yeah, that's
It's
a
my
great
favorite
line.
thing to do.
Yeah. And I just
It
think
is a great show.
it is iconic.
Not the American version.
No, not the American version. It's definitely like relatable to so many like English teens. I think I've probably mentioned on here before as well. Like stories like the bottle bank story where someone got his head stuck in a bottle bank and got raped like how many times? I heard that story at school before the In-Betweeners ever came out.
It's hilarious.
And it's just stuff like that that is so realistic and authentic, and it is just funny as well. It's clever. It's tight.
I agree.
All the characters interact so well. There's like great on-screen chemistry as well. Like just the way.
Yeah, I honestly, because I'm pretty sure I asked you at one point too. I was like, did these guys know each other? I thought they were like workaholics guys.
I don't think they did. No, I know they're really good friends now, but I don't think they were at the time. Like the rapport between like Will and Jay sometimes is just amazing, isn't it? Yeah. I would say In-Betweeners is definitely in my top 5. It can be hilarious and awkward.
And I mean, I'll just say, you know my take on British humor, but I think this show's amazing. So clearly, it's a good show.
Clearly, if we both agree on it.
No, it is.
Yeah, so that is my number 5.
That'd probably be up there for me if I didn't just watch it once.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think I've rewatched it countless times, and I found that a lot of English shows are on YouTube, so easy to watch.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's weird.
All right, number 4 for me. It's animated show. Fairly new, but it's starting to become a show that might be sooner or later it might become my number 1 favorite show. It's slowly creeping there. I love it. Bob's Burgers. Yeah. I love Bob's Burgers. All the characters are great. Just the dynamic too of like the kids are great. And, like Louise like runs the show, and like Bob.
Kristen Shaw, right?
Yeah, and then like H. John Benjamin's just that voice is so great. Everybody's great in it. Linda is hilarious. Like, there's never, like some shows like The Simpsons. If you get a Lisa episode, you're like, eh. Yeah. If I get a Linda episode, I'm like, awesome. Tina. I mean, God, like that kid. Like the characters are so weird for kids, but it works.
Yeah.
And it's just all the side characters too. Like Teddy is the greatest thing ever. And it's just slowly, like, they're slowly building the world, too. Like, you're getting more new characters like The Simpsons did. Those new characters are starting to become big. And I just I've rewatched every episode over and over again. It's becoming that show where I'll just throw an episode on because I love it. Just clever. The style, the episodes they'll do, like, they're just so creative and different.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's getting to that level where it's just amazing. Rhys Darby, he's in an episode, which is great. He's hilarious in it.
Yeah. I need to rewatch it more. I remember I watched the first of the few.
It's not for everybody.
Season, but I liked it. I just wasn't in love with it. But I'd definitely be up for like giving it time and like rewatching it. And
that's a show. Talk about shows that make you laugh out loud. That show makes me laugh out loud.
Yeah.
All the time. There's one scene where it's like Tina tries to break into a lighthouse or something because these guys want her to, and then like she gets stuck and this cop comes to try to like get her in trouble and everybody else leaves. Fuck, I'm gonna screw up all these quotes because I can't fully remember, but it's just something like she's like, oh, I'm just doing like or he's like, what do you think it's funny? Break into the lighthouse, do some like hand things in the signals, like scare all the people in the boats. You can do a dog. She's like, I don't know how to do a dog. He's like, everybody knows how to do a dog. And he does the dog thing. It's like out of context, it doesn't sound that funny, but in the scene when it happened, it made me laugh so hard. There's a lot of little things, I won't get into them, but yeah, that show's just great. I definitely recommend it. But it is in for everybody. The animation is the best.
No, it's nice.
But it works with it, and the character dynamic's great, the family dynamic. They're such a, it's like, they're legit like a great family. Like Linda and Bob have like the best relationship. There's like friends who are married and like their kids, like they have the best relationship with their kids. Their kids are insane. But they're not like Simpsons level where it's like Bart's like a legit like pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like the kids never do anything that bad.
Like Family Guy, where like
Family Guy, yeah, Family Guy is just not grounded at all. Like this is like a legit grounded show. It's like if it wasn't animated, you could see it being, family, and it's I love it. I love that show.
All right. Going on to a show that I know you're not fond of.
Oh God, Peep Show.
No.
Ooh.
Not yet.
Oh God.
So this one had 8 great seasons in my opinion. Season 6 wasn't as good, but and then one terrible, terrible spin-off season set in a hospital.
Oh god,
Zach Braff,
Scrubs.
Scrubs, yeah, cult
Ugh.
classic.
Ugh.
It's just something I could quote, like
Ugh.
you know, saying about Friends and like all that, and you can just quote it. I could quote Scrubs all the time. It's just so funny. Like it's all like the random daydreaming he has, but it could just on the drop of a hat it could turn into a drama. It could just like go from being ridiculously zany comedy to being really like horrible drama. Like it could just change like that. And it was really clever. It had a great music. I think the music was probably one of my favorite parts of the show.
Yeah, it's got a good theme song. That's about it.
That's not about it, but it definitely has great music. I love the characters. John C. McGinley as Dr. Cox is hilarious as well. Just how into the character he gets. And I think like Neil Flynn as the janitor, just the amount he improvises and stuff, just all off the top of his head, and they just let him run and run and run. And then there's Zach Braff. He definitely has his definite tone. I like it. I know you don't like it, but I love like his just relationship with Donald Faison, the whole guy love thing. I don't know. I just love the show. I think it's clever as well. It does actually do some stuff about medicine, and apparently it's kind of authentic to like a hospital workplace as well. And it was a real hospital as well. Season 9 or the interns, whatever it's called, was absolutely horrible. But we don't know that because it got cancelled as well.
The first time I ever watched Scrubs, I just watched the first like 5 minutes of season 9 to see Dave Franco, and as soon as I saw him, I turned it off.
Yeah, Dave Franco, and yeah, that was so. Yeah, the interns was horrible. Season
that was
6
considered a spin-off?
I don't know. It was kind of yes and no. Like it's called Scrubs Interns, I think.
Really, that's weird.
Yeah, and it had Zach Braff for half the season because he didn't want to do it, and then decided to come in anyway. Sarah Chalk, who did half the season, like Elliot.
Yeah, I know Sarah Chalk.
Did half of it, but then like
Stella.
yeah, and then Donald Faison and John C. McGinley did the whole season. Some characters came in and out. Some were told if they wanted more money, so they didn't return.
Okay.
So yeah, it was that one was a bit of a mess, but the rest of it's so quotable, so funny, and it can just change. And I just rewatch loads of episodes. And yeah, so that is my number 4.
Did you ever see what's his name? John C. McGinley?
Yeah.
Did you ever see the show he did? I think it's called Ground.
Oh, that was by Bill Lawrence who did Scrubs.
Yeah, it was okay.
I haven't seen it actually. So,
it's alright. It's like a TBS type show. It's like has its moments. I like Skylar Astin, I think his name.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Pitch Perfect.
What about Cougar Town?
Never seen Cougar Town.
Never seen Cougar Town?
Holy shit! Oh no!
What? You've forgotten Cougar Town?
No, I forgot a show that's
like Cougar Town.
No, I guess I'll just.
Do you want to throw it in as an honorable mention now?
Yeah, I guess. Cause can I put it up? Yeah, fuck Community.
Oh yeah.
What the hell? That show, like the first 3 seasons of that show, is like my favorite thing of all time.
I think season 2 that was amazing for me.
It's like one of the best written shows, like comedies. Oh fuck, Arrested Development, but I didn't watch a lot of that. It's a well written show, but.
Yeah, I like Arrested Development. But I don't know if it'd break into my top.
No, it wouldn't for me either. But Community. Oh wow, completely forgot about Community. God, and I love that show so much.
I love like just when they have like the paintball fights and all that.
Yeah. And then like that show too, like season 4 sucked, and then season 5, they lost some people, but it was still great. And season 6, I argue, was still an amazing show. Like people hated it because they lost. They didn't have Chevy Chase or Donald Glover or Yvette Nicole Brown, so no Shirley, no Troy, no Pierce. Still amazing.
Yeah.
They had some just great show. But yeah, sorry. I just completely wow.
Yeah,
I really hate myself for that.
Yeah, well, there you managed to sneak it on. It's alright.
I got it.
I've probably forgotten something too, so it's fine. So yeah, now I suppose you can go on.
Yeah, so number 3, another one you had mentioned in your honorable mentions. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh.
I think this is basically, if you've never seen the show, a great way to describe it is it's a live action South Park. It's a super edgy show that talks about like hits like pretty topical and like offensive things, but handles them perfectly.
I think it's a little bit more. South Park can still be a little bit like toilet humor. Well, I think It's Always Sunny is.
Are you?
Well, It's Always Sunny.
It's Always Sunny had an entire episode called "Who Pooped the Bed."
Yeah, I know, but it's like. I think like South Park can still be a bit more immature than It's Always Sunny. It's not a bad thing. It's just its own.
No, I don't know. I disagree. I feel like they're both immature on their levels as well. It's always something to be very immature.
True, I guess. I've always thought. I don't know. I see where you're coming from. Disagree in some aspects, but I love It's Always Sunny, so I'm not going to argue.
But I'll just say for the show, I mean, to come out in your first episode be called "The Gang Gets Racist," I think it is.
Yeah.
And like it opens with a black guy coming in. They're like, "We don't want any trouble, man."
Yeah.
It's like Dee's friend, like.
And that ending as well.
Oh my god! Yeah. How's that ass feel?
That was great. And then it did take a little bit of time for Danny DeVito to warm up, but when he got going,
oh my god, man! Once you get to like I'd say even season 3.
Yeah, I think the first season.
He starts to get up there, but then season 4, he's not in the first season.
Sorry, I mean the first season he's in.
Yeah, season 2.
Season 2.
Because he's kind of playing this like he wants to get back to their lives and stuff, but he's not scumbag like.
His character's not established yet.
No, he's still kind of bailing him out with money.
It's
and
the
shit.
same with Dee though. Dee wasn't really fully established in the first season. Like they already knew what their characters they wanted to do with.
Yeah.
It took Dee a little bit longer as well.
I think it's because she was casted out of
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Like all the 3 of those guys knew each other.
And they also had like kind of weak material for her at first, but then
Yeah.
let her do her own thing.
Yeah, and she's great. She's hilarious. The way she says bitches, sons of bitches, I love that.
Oh yeah,
You sons of bitches.
Bird is a great running joke. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Bird
She's a
law.
bird.
But I think it has the best just character arc of one person in particular, Rickety Cricket.
Oh, Rickety Cricket.
Rickety Cricket.
That side character who was, fun fact, supposed to play Mac. Because Rob McElhaney wanted to direct.
Yeah,
he didn't want to act.
Imagine if it had been that way around.
And apparently they filmed some of it with David Hornsby, who wrote a ton of the episodes.
Yeah, I couldn't see it.
He was Mac, and I was like, I want to see that footage.
I want to see it, but I couldn't.
Oh, no, that wouldn't have worked at all. God, no. Like, he is Mac, man.
Mac, yeah.
Rob McElhaney. Like, I just rewatched the one Hero Hate Crime. Oh, it's so good.
The bike.
Yeah.
It's a fist.
Yeah. Oh, you guys think it's a penis. No. It's a fist. I love, too, his innocence where, like, he gets the bike, and he's like, what's the big deal? He's like, show them how the bike works.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. He starts doing it. Look.
Props out of that, yeah.
And then you didn't like it, but I loved how he came out. It's such an Always Sunny way, man, where he's like, oh, wait, if I'm gay, I can keep the ticket? All right, I'm gay. And they're like, okay, go back in the closet. He's like, no, you know what? I'm gay.
Like
and then when he leaves...
I think the whole joke was he actually wasn't gay. That he just seemed...
No, I like the idea that he actually... Because I don't know what to do with it, but I like the idea that he legitimately came out because he wanted the ticket, but then he kind of decided whatever. But then at the end of the day, he only got $13 instead of $10,000.
Yeah, $13.
But yeah, no, that's a show. I mean, I've rewatched that show a lot too. I've just recently been rewatching it because my internet was down.
Yeah.
So I have the first 5 seasons, and
I really hope Dennis hasn't gone.
Yeah, it's gonna ruin it. Yeah. You need him there, man. You need all of them. If any one of them left, it wouldn't work.
No, I think Dennis was the one that took the longest for me to like really get attached to, because he was kind of like a little bit one note at first as well, but then he got like when they kind of went into his character.
They kind of all were, man.
They were
really at the end of the day, and then they all slowly developed these things that Joe Mac talking about how he does backflips and shit like that.
The first few episodes, I couldn't tell who was who.
Yeah,
partly because it was grainy, partly because they kind of all look the same when you first watch.
Yeah. Oh my god, they do. Man.
I can like I remember when I was trying to think back, like, who did this part one in that episode? It was I couldn't remember who did what.
Yeah, I don't think Charlie was as dumb.
No.
Mac was kind of more of a ladies' man in the first few seasons.
But he was a bit more like religious as well.
Yeah.
I loved it. The abortion episode was great.
Yes.
And Dennis tried climbing the fence.
Yeah. No, yeah, I know what you mean. They were kind of one note, but then they slowly developed their characters and.
Yeah, when they had that difference between them.
I saw a clip the other day on YouTube. Was a little. I think it was a sketch they did, but it was basically Charlie and Dennis are at a party, and they're Charlie stealing beers, putting them in his book bag from like a cooler.
Yeah.
And then Max shows up and talks about this hot chick he was talking to, and they're like, "Oh, that's a tranny," and they do the whole tranny thing.
Oh.
And he's not sure, and then he's like, goes back, and he's like, "Wait, you're a tranny? You didn't tell me you're a tranny?" And she's like, "Oh, like I thought you knew, like you work out." And, like she starts hitting on him with like his muscles, and then he gets all pumped up, and like it gets over. But like that was like kind of like a little video they did.
That's funny. They did kind of bring that up in the show.
Yeah, that's a whole arc.
Yeah.
But they think he's a serial killer, but he's just banging the tranny. But yeah, that's
Dennis
a show too.
Might be a serial killer as well.
Yeah. But that's a show I think is great, where they're edgy and they're inappropriate, but they handle it in such a great way.
Yeah.
that you can't, like, so many people can try to do that. Like, that's a show where I'd love to make a show like that, but I don't think I could pull off
Like what
that
I
tone.
think what they do is they don't like ram it down your throat and like, oh look how edgy we're being, look how crazy we are. They're
Right.
literally just making joke. They're like, oh, this is edgy, but they're not doing it to like show off. Like Family Guy sometimes. Like, oh look how different we're being. Like,
Yeah, oh my god, Family Guy, yeah. They try to push the boundaries on purpose to try to be edgy, whereas It's Always Sunny is trying to make commentary on things.
Yeah, exactly. They're making
And
joke.
they always have the characters, like, if one character says something inappropriate, the other ones normally will disagree.
Yeah.
For a bit, and they'll argue a bit, but then they'll, like, concede it.
Exactly.
But there's always somebody pointing it out, like, okay, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
And like, is it though? Like, maybe not, I don't know, but okay, whatever.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a great show.
And it's just a show about, it's just friends yelling at each other.
It is. It's just they don't really have to go anywhere. They don't have to do much. They're just kind of standing in the bar and yelling at each other. They even make fun of that themselves. They're like,
Yes.
that's basically what we do.
That and like the episode where they're trying to win an award.
Yeah.
That's great. When do you think? Yeah, this drink's so good. People say it's like coming in your pants,
Yeah.
busting a nut.
Yeah.
Trying to say it's an orgasm or something. I bet Matt's never had an orgasm. I've had an orgasm. I had a plenty of fucking orgasm. I had it with your mom. It's like she came at me and I came at her hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that show. Like I said, it's a show that I would love to make, but I could never make it. I just don't believe I could ever do it. Which is also good too. I think it works because none of those guys wanted to do comedy.
No, they're
All of them wanted to be. They actually like were like fucking Charlie Day wanted to be Al Pacino.
Yeah, he didn't even know he had a funny voice until someone told him.
But yeah, that's a great show.
Yeah, certainly is. Certainly is.
Yeah. Anyways,
So that was number 3. Okay.
Yeah.
So you did bring up this one earlier. You already guessed it was on my list.
Peep Show.
Coming. God
Oh,
damn it.
Curb.
It's Curb. Yeah. Curb.
God damn it! How is
Peep Show's high.
on your
Well,
list?
we might as well just say Peep Show's number 1.
Oh,
we'll
God.
jump.
Well,
in.
it's pretty obvious. Simpsons is number 1 for me.
Yeah. I guess as well.
We
I
might have-
wasn't there. We might have to edit that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna edit.
Yeah. But no, it's Curb Your Enthusiasm. I was kind of late to the Curb game. Well, very late to the Curb game.
Did I introduce you to
You
that
did
show?
actually
I
introduce
did.
me
Okay,
to
I
it,
wasn't.
too.
I was trying to remember, like, because you introduced me to In-Betweeners and like Flight of the Conchords and stuff. I was like, did I introduce you to Curb?
You
and
did.
It's Always Sunny, or did you already know about that? Show?
I don't think you formally introduced. I think you had assumed I already watched it, and everyone was talking about it, and everyone was like assuming I'd already seen it. So I was just like, I'm nodding, ha.
Oh, okay.
And then so I just watched it, and I was like, oh, I watched it. Like, wait, you haven't seen that show? I was like,
yeah.
now I get the references.
Like Workaholics too. I don't think you ever watched Workaholics.
I couldn't get.
Did you?
I watched the first 2 seasons.
But like you had never seen it before.
No, I hadn't seen
Okay.
it before. No. Curb has always been a show like I heard of, and I remember when you explained, like, kind of gave me the premise. I was like, that actually sounds like my perfect show, and it was definitely
So good.
Yeah, it's.
I forgot it on my honorable mentions or anything. I completely
Yeah,
forgot.
it's
about it.
literally just socially awkward, like pointing fun at all the small things, like things that just wind me up. Like Larry David just tackles and
Yeah.
just takes things off,
Yeah.
and he just the way and I think the fact that he's not the best actor makes it even funny because it feels more real. And I like the
Real
fact.
reactions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's just he's the most like kind of guy. Like,
Oh my
pretty,
God.
pretty. But like, I just love how they interact with each other. How it's not all scripted. How he kind of lets the actors go. How he kind of interplays with them, and it just kind of feels real. And you can see them just try not to laugh at times. And,
Yeah.
and I think it just becomes something great. And it is just that really awkward humor in places, but it's also very cleverly done. Even a bit surreal in places, like when he dies.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was
Like,
really
was
weird.
there Dustin Hoffman and somebody
Dustin
else was
Hoffman,
an
yeah.
angel?
Oh, I can't remember who, but yeah, Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
It did get really surreal.
They
that
kick him
was.
out, eh? Of heaven.
Yeah. That was like a real tone shift there.
Yeah.
But no, it was really clever. You can see like aspects of his life. The whole Ben Stiller thing was funny as well.
Oh my god, and the Schwimmer.
Yeah. Oh, the nuts.
Need more cashews.
Exactly. Yeah. It's all raisins in here. You need cashew. Yeah.
I will say also Larry David not only reacts the way that we all react, but he says the things you want to say in those situations, but you can't.
Yeah.
Because you just can't.
Yeah.
But he says them.
Yeah, he definitely does. And like just the situations he gets trapped in. Like you know, in the first episode with like his pants or trousers, I say.
You know what? I still haven't seen the first episode. I
No.
thought I had saw the first episode, but I'd actually watched the first episode of the Seinfeld reunion.
Oh,
And then in my mind, that was the first
Okay,
episode.
you should watch the first. It's so
I know, I still haven't seen it.
Okay, so basically, there's a.
Yeah, I know the bit. Yeah.
But that's when also like because he has a weird relationship with Jeff's parents. Jeff.
Yeah, it's his manager.
Yeah.
Not really. I don't fully remember.
He's kind of like has a weird like. It starts off in that first episode where he insults them on the phone.
Oh, yeah, I gotta watch it.
Yeah. Because it was like you're a rotten person. But yeah, Kerr's great. I love the whole dynamic there.
Him and Susie.
Him and Susie just warring at each other. Yeah, the way she just goes off is just.
Great. And it's always like she's like super happy.
Yeah.
When she sees him and she's very nice,
yeah,
and then she does one thing that sets her off.
Yeah, triggered. I love the bit in the car when she starts having an orgasm. It's like, oh no, stop.
What is it? My favorite ones are my favorite Susie and Larry moments are when they get a new house and Larry comes in. Susie's like, "Hey, Larry, you want the tour?" He's like, "Yeah." What do you mean? It's like, you see one house, you see them all. She's like, "Take the fucking tour, Larry."
Yeah, I
was like, "I want to take the tour."
The baby as well. Like, oh no, I don't want to see it. And when she's singing, like that's enough of that. Like,
oh my god, he's
so awkward. Like, okay, there we are. That's good. Like, she hasn't finished singing. You just broke her beautiful soul, Larry.
No, the best one is when he's sleeping in their house and she's singing, and he's like, "Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Shut up!" And then she kicks him. He's like, "Oh!"
That's such a great episode. Jerry's that guy trying to beat him up.
Oh, when he's in shorts.
Yeah, he runs there.
He's like, "Why are you wearing shorts?" He's like, "I was going for a run."
Oh, that show's so great. I love the bear midget.
He grabs her fat so he doesn't fall.
Yeah, he's holding on, and then he has the whole ricochet pee onto the Jesus. Jesus is crying.
Oh my god, man. Look, honestly, thinking back on that show, I gotta rewatch it. I tried to watch it on the plane going to New York, and I had to turn it off. Oh,
it's laughing too much. Yeah, I can't wait for season 9.
Oh my god, when's it come out again? November?
Next month, October.
October, nice.
Yeah. I think it's October 1st.
Oh, perfect.
So you don't even have to wait that long. Apparently it did leak, but I haven't watched the leaks.
What? There's an episode that leaked?
4 episodes leaked.
Seriously?
Yeah.
HBO, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I'm watching that one.
Yeah, I don't know, like no one's really talked about that. Everyone's talking about Thrones, right? So it kind of went in under the radar.
Yeah. Oh, so jacked up.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. I'm a good.
Not that we condone watching.
Yeah, exactly.
No. You know what? I'll probably wait.
Yeah.
Wink.
Wait till watch it on a formal device through HBO's services.
Yeah. I will say though, I'm one of those weirdos who, when an Eminem album is coming out, when it leaks, I refuse to listen to it, and I only listen to it when I buy it.
There is some, like I do that. Like, there's some albums, like some musicians or even like films, you just buy DVD or CD.
Yeah,
just to respect them.
Yeah,
they've done so much for you. Like, I'll give back.
Yeah. Kerr, oh my god. I'm thinking right now too. We could easily do various podcasts where we just pick one specific show.
Oh,
just run it down or something.
Yep.
God, I love Curb so much.
Yeah. So that was my number 3, Curb.
Curb is the guy. The best thing about Larry David is that when he got trapped in the parking garage, he couldn't figure out how to use the machine, and somebody's filming him. He's like, "I'm sorry," and so
Larry David.
Larry David.
Yeah.
All right. God, that's a great show. Great pick.
Yeah. Time for your number 2.
Number 2. So this is a show that overtook Friends for me.
Okay.
Later on, whereas I always watch Friends, I ended up watching this show more and more, and got all the DVDs and just, I've seen it a million times.
Yeah.
The Office.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if The Office would come up.
US version. Michael Scott's hands down my favorite character ever in a show.
Okay.
I think he is the perfect combination of he has a huge heart, but he's so childish.
Yeah.
And he's also he's kind of a dick, but it's kind of like a childish dick thing. So you'll see him do things where it's like, wow, I can't believe you just did that, but you put up with it because it's coming from a place of he just wants people to like him, he wants friends.
Yeah.
And I think Steve Carell's amazing in that role. And you can kind of see how not everybody could pull it off because they tried to do it with Ed Helms.
Yes.
And you just hated Ed Helms.
Yeah.
He came off as an asshole. He didn't have that childlike quality.
He got really annoying.
They ruined him, man. The Nerd Dog was the best character, aside from Michael Scott, on that show.
Oh, even Dwight?
The Nerd Dog's the man. The Nerd Dog was the best. Slowly, he was a little annoying at first, and then he became amazing. And then they ruined him by making him manager.
Everyone goes, oh, Office UK or Office US. I do really like The Office UK, I think it's really funny. Like, he is like Ricky Gervais is the he's like David Brent is hilarious as a character. But I have to admit, like with The Office US, you do get so more attached to the characters. Like the whole Jim and Pam thing was actually like just really like nice. I have to admit, I had to like Google search if they got together because it was really bugging me. Like, I was like, I can't deal with this. I have like I don't usually. I try and hold off, but that one I kind of broke.
Well, and I find too, even though they're both called The Office, I feel like they're insanely different shows. Are they not? I've never seen the UK one, but it feels
are very different.
They're very, very different.
Like even Steve Carell didn't watch The Office UK, so he wasn't just ripping off like, Ricky Gervais. Like, so I mean, I do like The Office. I do find it funny. I just don't know if and I do like reference it now and again, but I don't know if I would put it on my top.
For me, personally, man, but I just it's definitely for sure. But for me, it's just everything about that show. I just love all the characters. Again, like when we talk about great ensemble cast, Parks and Rec has like the more famous one, but The Office had a great one in general. All these side characters like Creed and like Stanley and like Oscar and Kevin, like they really came together because they aren't big stars. They kind of worked in that dynamic, and it's a cool idea of how like a lot of those people on that show were just writers and they needed people to fill in. Mindy Kaling, whoever played Toby, I can't remember his name.
Oh yeah.
But he was like a showrunner. BJ Novak. Like, all these guys were just writers. I think BJ Novak might have been different because he was pretty big.
I think
but he was a writer on the show.
Yeah, Toby's perfect. It's that kind of
oh my god, yeah.
That nasally voice. Like,
that hatred between Toby and Michael's the greatest thing ever.
When he comes back, no!
Yeah.
No!
But yeah, it's just that show. I started watching it, and the first season, like Parks and Rec, not the easiest thing. It's not the best thing. So some quality stuff, but season 2...
I think the first season also is most similar to the US one. UK one. So,
so
it does kind
of... And they became their own thing.
It kind of feels like it's just a rehash of that, so it wasn't as good. But yeah, when it comes to its own thing...
and I will say this, I mean, looking back on it, after Steve Carell left, obviously not the same, but I can still watch those episodes and get enjoyment out of them. I'm not laughing that much, but there's still a lot of good episodes, some good stories. It still has it still has the best prank, I believe, on Dwight by Jim.
Which one?
Asian Jim.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
That was what's his name?
I won't say it's the best, but it's Randall Park.
Randall Park.
I won't say it's the best. It was amazing for what it was. I'd say one of the best ones probably the vending machine. He puts all the shit in the veg machine. It's like, oh, $2 for a stapler. That's pretty good. And then Pam buys the cup and shit. Yeah, I don't know. It's just overall, it's like you said, like great storylines, great characters, development of those characters. Like Jim and Pam is like the best thing. I love it. Dwight's hilarious.
It was really sad when Michael left as well. I knew he was leaving for so long. I was like, I wasn't ready for it.
When he left, and then when he came back in the finale.
I think it also showed.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I think sometimes it shows the power of silence as well. Like you don't hear what Pam said to Michael and
or what Michael said to her.
Yeah, but like just the power of just a well placed shot.
Yeah.
And like that's why I love it. You could just see like it's based on a smile or whatever. Like when you find out Pam's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And then Jim comes out and he's crying. He's like, "We can't make it."
Yeah.
I will say though, one thing I don't fully get. We couldn't hear Michael because he took his mic off because he was leaving. But I guess Pam might have taken it off before she got there. But she was running.
Yeah.
But I don't care. I'm just that pick.
Just a little bit.
Great too when Will Ferrell came. I mean, his character wasn't that great, but the first scene between the two when they meet each other at the bar and they're like, "Yeah, I'm waiting to meet somebody." He's like, "Me too," but he's super late, and then they're on the phone.
Yeah,
it's fucking dumb.
Yeah. Robert California as well.
Yeah, or when he's hosting the Dundies. And he's terrible at it.
I kind of like Gabe annoyed me at first, but I kind of warmed to him after a while.
Yeah, and he's great in Silicon Valley.
He's so much funnier in Silicon Valley because he kind of like really pushes that character further.
Yeah, he's actually a funny guy, man. Zach Woods, he's great. I think he might have. Was he ever in Curb? I feel like he was in Curb. Probably had a cameo in Curb. Probably. Maybe. I could see him being. He's an improv guy. He seems like a character that'd be thrown in Curb.
Ricky Gervais in Curb was just really Ricky Gervais.
When was he in Curb?
You know they're on the subway and like. Ricky Gervais getting mugged at one point as well. Is that season 9? 8, whatever the last one was, yeah. To
be honest with you, I kind of like ran through them all. I haven't rewatched them all really, but it's still a show that's amazing. Yeah. But yeah, I guess, I don't know, much more. Just,
I think, just back to Curb a little bit, I know I shouldn't, but...
No. I love that show.
I think one of the best cameos was Michael J. Fox
Yes.
Making fun of his Parkinson's. Like, what a legend.
And then, but he also
What?
doesn't know if he's actually Parkinson's
Yeah.
or he shook it.
Exactly, yeah.
No, he shook
And
it.
he's like making noise on the like above Larry or something like that. Yeah. And it's just so clever.
Canadian.
Yeah, like fair play to Michael Fox, like just doing that.
He seems to have a great sense of humor when it comes to that. Like he's very, very upbeat.
Full on respect to him, man.
I love Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, so I just wanted to make that little side note.
Yeah, that was great. That was one of the first things I saw at Curb. Was Michael J. Fox.
Yeah. I also like. I know how you went for an honorable mention for Community, so I'm going to steal my chance here because I just thought about it, and you're going to probably laugh at me for this one, but I've been watching it with my girlfriend, and I'm surprising how much I actually really enjoy the show. Gilmore Girls.
Dude, a lot of people love that show.
It's weirdly brilliant.
Who's in that show? Jared Padalecki.
He is, yeah, Jared Padalecki. Milo Ventimiglia as well.
Yeah, people seem to love it, man. I don't know. I might give it a shot. Is it half hour or hour?
It's 45 minutes.
Oh, okay, so it's an hour.
Yeah, so Lauren Graham and Alexis Bledel together are just hilarious. That they got, like, especially Lauren Graham, she's so quick. I don't know, like, it must be written for her, but still, she's so quick and she's so sharp with a wit.
Why? Because she's a chick.
I don't know. Like,
must be written.
No, like just in general, like, it feels.
No, I know
it's
what you
always
mean.
the same, like kind of thing of it. Like it's for everyone as well, but the way she delivers it is just fantastic. It's just a really funny show. It can like an episode like nothing can happen. There's no story development. Nothing happens. It would just be the day in their lives, which is ironically what the new one's called, the 4-episode one. But like it's just literally just nothing happens in it, but it's still funny.
And it's so weird that it's 40 minutes.
40 minutes, and it's 7 seasons. So I'm just like, I've been watching it for years now, and I'm still on season 4.
Shit, eh?
I've still got a long way to go. So please don't spoil it for me because I don't.
What are people gonna spoil?
Lorelai and Luke.
Who's Luke?
Luke?
Who plays him?
You've got so much to see.
Who? Do you know who plays him?
Scott Patterson.
Oh, okay. Melissa McCarthy's in that too.
Yeah, she's great as well. Because you also forget it's her. It's not like, oh, it's Melissa McCarthy. She is the character, but she's really funny. But yeah, and then like I don't know who Rory gets with. Like, there's so many presentable options right now. There's Chad Michael Murray, Jared Padalecki.
Oh, he is in that show.
Yeah, he's but then he gets replaced because he kind of went off to the OC.
No, One Tree Hill.
Sorry, that's the one.
Idiot, get your shit.
I don't know. It's the same thing to me. But like,
One Tree Hill's about basketball.
But I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
Milo Ventimiglia as well.
I've never even seen it, but I know it's about basketball.
Yeah, Milo Ventimiglia, Pia Petrelli from Heroes.
Shit, yeah, might have to give it a go.
It is funny. Like,
if you weren't on 4 seasons, I would say we can do like a commentary for that show, but
yeah, I would be up for it. It's stupid, but like, not stupid in like the sense it's not clever. It's actually very clever, but it's literally not about much, and it comes back to the same old like rift every time. It's usually between like the main character Lorelai and her mother. Like she has an estranged relationship with her grandparent, her mother. So Rory's grandmother. There's too many character names. Here, but it always comes really down to that, and that she had Rory at the age of 16. So they're very like close in age, and they have a very friendship-based mother-daughter relationship. But then that adds complications.
Oh wait, Gilmore Girls is about the mom and her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
16 years apart. That's why, and then it starts when she's 16. So it's kind of like
cool,
that arc.
And then she gets pregnant too, and then we have.
I'm not talking about that. I don't know. Please, no one spoil. So, but yeah, I think Gilmore, especially for what it is, like it gets away with 45 minutes. Like,
I might have to give it a shot.
Yeah, it's all on Netflix, so you can watch it legally.
I don't have Netflix anymore.
Oh, never mind then. Yeah, so actually that goes on to my number 2 because that was just an honourable mention.
Yeah,
I got carried away with that one. I do know you like this show. New Zealand-based comedy.
Flight of the Conchords?
Yeah. I think... I know, again, it's hypocritical. It only had 2 seasons.
No, but I'll say this, man. Like, that's what those... But no, okay, when I say it's only been 2 seasons, I mean, like, the show's still on.
That's true, and it's...
Flight of the Conchords ended.
It's been off the air, and it's still, like, people talk about it. It's still funny.
It's different in terms of... Especially, too, because, like, those shows like UK and those shows, like, they only go 2-3 seasons.
Yeah.
So that's a frame of reference. Here, it's like shows go a lot longer, so
yeah.
If it's only been 2 seasons, there's still more.
Yeah, and like I know Jermaine Clement's kind of blown up since then. Brett McKenzie, he got his Oscar to be fair. For the Muppets movie.
I saw that.
So
seems like he does a lot of that music stuff, eh?
Yeah, but I think it's hilarious. They're so deadpan.
So good.
Like the way they interact with each other. It's that dry, sarcastic, like
so good.
It's over the most minutiae things as well. Like just like how Larry David gets annoyed with small things. it's all based on really small things.
And like that whole running gag of when they're all together and he's like, right, Brit? It's like prison.
Yeah,
It's like he has to do the prison thing, but they always find a different way to do it.
Yeah, and then like Jermaine never really says it.
Yeah, yeah.
Murray's the most like wonderful,
He
naive
is
character.
my favorite ever, man. He's so good.
He's so naive, but he's so lovable. He's got that Michael Scott about him.
Yes,
but I
he
think
does,
he's even
yes.
more naive because I think like
Well, he's a different country too, right?
yeah,
So, yeah.
like Michael Scott does try and manipulate people a little bit. I think Murray's just like so.
He has one friend.
Exactly, yeah, and he doesn't like want to hurt them, but like the line when he swears is just
Yes.
how like, much effort and force had to go into it.
Oh my god, man! The one where he's like, that show is terrible. It's like people are writing about it. He's like in the New Zealand Gazette or whatever. He's like, band flops. He's like, you wrote that. He's like, yeah. Somebody wrote it though.
Yeah.
People are reading it.
Flight of the No Chords by Murray Hewitt. That's you, Murray.
He's so. Oh, when he like tries to like get polls for things, he's like, do you think that's racist or not racist? He's like, Brett? It's like, no, that's racist. He's like, okay, Jermaine, no, nothing's racist, so that's a no for you. He's like, no, I do.
Yeah, I think it's racist. Yeah. I mean,
it's like, we'll put a maybe down for you.
It's just so funny. I know, like the way Brett and Jermaine react to each other as well. It's just they're very dry. Like they don't really emote.
Yes,
and it works so well. Like and the way they play off each other.
Yeah.
And the jokes they
perfect.
make. I don't think they ever smile, do they, in the whole show?
Maybe not. Yeah.
I don't think so.
They're always just so like, hey, Britt, hey, Jermaine.
And it has some great cameos as well, like Kristen Wiig, Aziz Ansari, Jim Gaffigan.
Ansari is so stupid. He just
it
refuses
worked,
to serve them. It's so good.
Like, oh, I thought you were Australians. Like, I'm totally confused, you guys. Like, no, we're like, where's the car? And they're like, where's the car? It's also like got Taika Waititi's like kind of like presence in there as well.
He does,
like,
I saw he like wrote and directed a lot of them.
Yeah, exactly. And like now he's doing like Hunt for the Wilder People. What's it called? What We Do in the Shadows, and of course the new form.
Yeah,
so.
I also got to say I got to rewatch What We Do in the Shadows because I forgot that Jermaine Clement was in it.
Yeah, and Taika Waititi.
I knew
like,
he was.
Lead, and Rhys Darby.
Yeah,
he's on the Werewolves. We're werewolves, not swearwolves.
Yeah.
Even when I saw Rhys Darby in stand up, he like swore. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even mean to do that. What came over me?" Like I just feel like there's they don't have to be crude. They don't have to be anything but like they don't.
No,
really...
it's just and I like the concept too, where there's always songs like the show like they make songs that connect to the show.
Oh, I love "I'll Be the Racist Dragon" so much. I'll be the racist.
Yeah, I would say when you ask me my favorite song, I'd probably say "Too Many Dicks on the Dance Floor," and then also if that's what you're into.
That one's great. Just when Jermaine comes in with that really deep voice. I love "Business Time," and "Leggy Blonde" is great as well with Rhys Darby.
Oh yeah.
No, panties on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, when he's trying to do a song.
Yeah.
No, I just forgot. I love the one where it's he claimed that he got them a bus, but it's just a van.
Oh yeah.
And he's like telling him or Brett or something. He's like, "You want to hear something cool?" He's like, "I had a dream that we're on a bus or something like that."
Yeah.
What is it? It was something like he said like I had a dream or something, and he's like, "That's actually pretty cool." He's like, "It is, eh? I thought you'd like that."
Yeah. I love it. It was like, "You said we're in Central Park." I said, "No, I didn't." I said, Central Park."
Oh, he's so good.
Yeah, so we could talk about Flight of the Conchords all day.
I'll say one more because I just saw it's where it's like there's only one person in the crowd. It's like, yeah, but he's a pretty big man. He's taking up 3 seats with grocery bags.
Yeah, that's about 4 seats.
Yeah, it's like 3 people. He's like, but there's more grocery bags than people.
Yeah. So he leaves, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Halfway through the show.
Some guy left halfway through. And he's like, oh, at least you were still here. He's like, nah, I dipped out too.
It's so good. If no one's seen Flight of the Conchords, watch Flight of the Conchords.
Yes, highly.
So funny.
Highly recommend it. As you can tell, we
talked. I think that one is always Sunny in Curb. We just both like.
Yeah, it seems like if we did our top 5 combined, these would be our shows.
I think we've still got one more to go at least. So
yeah, one. Oh yeah, so that was 2 for you, right?
Yeah.
So my number 1 is The Simpsons.
The Simpsons,
which probably isn't a surprise.
As I said, the fact that it's not in my top 5 is really controversial, and I accept that. And I love it.
I don't know. It's man. I'm surprised about how many people I've met lately whose parents wouldn't let them watch The Simpsons growing
I
up.
know. Like
Makes no sense to
my
me.
girlfriend's parents would never watch it.
Weird, man.
And like my dad didn't want me to watch it until then eventually I started watching it anyway, and then he watched the episode and loved it.
There's nothing like anything like it was. I would say it did have some like edgy like adult humor, but it was so well written that I wouldn't have gotten this kid. I get them now.
I remember like I watched an interview. I can't remember which writer it was, but one of them was like, "Yeah, it's the animation of the kids, but the comedy for grown-ups." It's like, and at the time I was a kid watching it, I was like, "No, that's not fair. I get it. I understand what's going on."
You don't.
No. And I'm watching it now, and like, oh my god, I didn't catch that.
And I'll say like I stopped watching it. I haven't watched it in a long time.
Yeah.
But I rewatched probably 1 to 13. I would say.
Yeah.
Once it gets, and it's crazy, man, that it came out in '89.
Yeah.
So I'll watch an episode that came out season 10 came out in '98.
Yeah.
I was fucking 5.
Yeah.
Like it's insane to think 5. No, 6. Whatever.
An age.
Yeah. But yeah, so for this show, it was like Friends. I didn't own all the DVDs, but it was, you didn't have to. It was on literally like every half hour. So it was like 4 o'clock, 5, 6, like, and it was always different episodes.
Yeah.
I remember my friends though one time bought season 2 on DVD, and one summer we probably watched every episode like 50 times. Season 2 is great.
Yeah. It is so great.
It's oh my god, season 2 is so good.
Like some of the jokes are like I don't know why I saw this one reason. It just made me laugh so much again. Like is when Mr. Burns is making the monkeys write the works of Shakespeare on the typewriter. It was the worst. The best of times. It was the blurst of times. You stupid.
What's the one when Burns wants an heir to his throne?
Oh yeah.
And Bart comes in reading the cards. He's like, "Me want money, give now." And he's like, "Hello, Mr. Burns." He's like, "It's current, you idiot." No, it's not. Disregard. Then he kicks him in the ass, and he's like, "All right, kids, you tried and you failed. The lesson is, don't try."
Yeah. Oh, so Homer's a great character. He's probably one of my favorite characters of all time. Are we talking about favorite TV characters?
For sure. Who's your favorite side Simpsons character?
Mo.
Yeah.
It's got to be Mo, right?
Mo's the guy.
He's such, because you kind of humorize with him. Sometimes he just does things that are, like really bad, and then other times he just does something like you feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
At the same time, he's kind of so pathetic that you don't care.
They ruined it when they started making Mo episodes.
I think the first few are okay, but then they made too many.
Okay. But I would say for the Simpsons, I don't know with I might have done it with you, but I know with Fab, me and him go back and forth on Simpson quotes. Like there's not a lot of people I know a lot of people watch Simpsons, but me and him are just so on. We keep going. He'll say something, we'll laugh, and I'll think of something. He'll think of something, and we'll go for hours just Simpson quotes.
Oh, yeah, it is so clever. It is so quotable.
One of the best written shows, Conan O'Brien wrote on it, which is
great. Yeah, actually the amount of parody in there as well. I knew films through The Simpsons, I would watch a scene they did that in The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Honestly, and then you think, and then they realize just how clever it was, because it's not like they just. Again, I hate on Family Guy a few times in this podcast, but Family Guy just have throwaway gags.
Yeah.
Simpsons managed to knit it into the story. It's not just a random joke, and it doesn't feel forced to put in there. They will just sew it in. Maybe the Halloween episodes, arguably,
but that's
it's different.
Part of it, right?
Yeah, exactly. But Family Guy will work. That they would go out of the story just to bring in a joke. Well,
which makes no sense.
Yeah, exactly. Just stitch it in.
Oh my god, there's a video where you can see all the references they made. And like you said, man, so many movies I saw, I knew what happened in the movies just based off The Simpsons.
Yeah.
And I'd never seen them.
Doctor Strange, one of my most favourite movies.
Yeah.
I watched the Simpsons when Homer's riding the bomb and that, and just the amount of times they quote Doctor Strange.
He does Kubrick a lot. The Simpsons do Kubrick a lot.
2001 they do.
2001,
Orange.
Shining.
Yeah, The Shining. That's how I knew
Orange.
what happened in The Shining was through Simpsons horror episode. Because you're watching them when you're younger, obviously, before you're watching these films. And then, so I knew, Simpsons. How? In the, in the Halloween?
Yeah. They did a lot of Kubrick in the Halloween episodes.
Yeah.
What was one I was just thinking of the Simpsons thing that made me laugh. I love the season 5 is one of my favorites. Has some of the best ones, like Homer Loves Flanders and Homer Pooh and Homer Goes to College.
He just comes through the bush.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, Daddy,
yeah,
you want to hang out?" No, we're going to see the grandma.
Whole Terminator 2 reference, which is like,
Daddy,
climb on the back.
Hey, Daddy. He's like, "Oh, guess you didn't see me."
Yeah, that's so good.
I
think it's got a little bit worn out now, but the whole sideshow Bob.
The
Bob
rape.
reference. Yeah, but even just his whole relationship with Bart, it's kind of gone a little bit stale.
Yeah, they overdid it.
But when it had its day, it was hilarious.
I love, speaking of Mo, there's a few of them I love. There's one where it's Marge is the listen lady.
Yeah.
People call her the problem, and Mo is like asks her something, and then he's like, "Wait, what's up? I got something about my cat." And you hear like meow. He's like, "Quiet, I'm asking her."
Yeah.
And then the classic, you invite him over to dinner, and everything's down. Bam! The old fork in the eye. Think it'll work without the fork in the eye? I mean,
I love the one where he gets the attachment to Maggie, and then he's telling the whole Godfather story.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Yeah, I mean, again, could talk about the. I could quote, literally, like I said, could quote The Simpsons for days and days. I love, anybody watch Simpsons, if you don't know about this, Instagram. Simpsons Instagram?
Yeah.
The greatest thing ever.
Quotes.
Always just comes up, and it's so much fun.
Well, sometimes there's the small, subtle gags that you don't even get. They'll just be on, like, a newspaper. There'll be, like, a really great joke.
Yep.
That's why I like Wallace and Gromit. It's just a subtle joke, and it's just really wordy. I'm comparing Wallace and Gromit to Simpsons. I don't care. But, like, you see, like, this the smallest joke, and it'd be so good. Just how they work it in.
Yeah, no, The Simpsons is classic, and like, yeah, just like little side jokes that you didn't get when you were a kid that you get now, and you're like, I still rewatch some. Fuck, the one I saw the other day, which was amazing, was McBain at Night or something. He has his own talk show, or Rainier Wolfcast or whatever, and it's like, hey, that shirt makes you look like a homosexual, and everybody boos him. Maybe you all are homosexuals.
That's the joke.
Up and Adam.
Oh,
Up and Adam. Up and Atom. Up and Adam.
Up and Adam. Yeah, that's so good.
But yeah, so that's my number one. Like I said, watched it since I was a kid. Still watch it today. Don't watch the new shit. I mean, don't. I'm saying don't watch it. Like I don't watch it. Up to about season 13, they're all classics. They're all great. I can throw in a random Simpsons episode and just watch and laugh and love life.
It is so clever, yeah.
But yeah, so you're number one.
Number one. Well, so we've agreed on the last few very well. You're not going to agree with me this one.
No.
But to be fair, you've only seen one episode,
Yeah,
so I don't know if it can. And the first episode of the show is very grainy. It's hard to get into, but it does become hilarious to me, and I love it because I can relate to both characters and just I love how it has the internal monologues. And that show is Peep Show. So for anyone who doesn't know, it's based on...
Which is everybody.
Yeah, but I suppose people outside of England don't know, but it's based on these two characters. One's very like... I won't say nerdy, but he's nerdy, but he's kind of like a very introverted, kind of like a Larry David in a way kind of character. Doesn't like parties, doesn't like he wants to be watching the History Channel and all that. And then he lives with his roommate Jeremy, who's like a stoner, but like he's a really loser stoner. And they have this weird friendship with their friends, but they're not friends. And then they get on, but they don't get on, and the interaction between them is great. And it has all internal monologue, and it's just so they'll say something out loud, and then they'll just say something in their head, and it's just the contrast is perfect. And it's something that you like. So the things they come out with again.
It's also first person.
It is first person, which does take some getting used to.
Yeah.
It's not like I suppose it works. It could make sense with the voiceover. It doesn't have to. It shouldn't necessarily have to be like first person, but it is. But I think it's hilarious. Like 9 seasons, 6 episodes apiece. I think they're all so funny. Like some of the characters are like so good. Some of the side characters, like Johnson as a side character, is great. Like Mark, the nerdy guy, kind of that doesn't know if he's gay for him or not. And there's a whole episode where he's trying to find out if he's gay for his character, and so he watches like gay porn and still doesn't know. He's like, he still gets more confused. And then just the whole like Jeremy is probably one of the worst, morally worst people there is. Like he does everything like self-destructive behavior. They both self-destruct. Like Mark wants to get married and to his girlfriend Sophie. So he buys a ring, but then he decides, I don't want to do it. But she accidentally finds the ring, and he goes through it all the point till they get to the church, and that's when he decides to jilt her, so to speak.
What a rap skill.
Yeah, I know, right? It's such like a show about self-destruction and awkward humor and really socially cringy humor. I just think it's hilarious, and I would recommend it to anyone, even you.
Maybe someday.
Yeah,
But
I think I understand why you didn't like it based on the first episode.
Yeah,
I do get it. I would.
Maybe I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I say you should give it a bit more of a chance, but
no, you gave up on Workaholics, so fuck you.
I'd watched 2 seasons of that at least.
Season 3 and 4 are great.
Fine,
5 is great.
I'll give it a second go.
No, it's too late now. Should say
yeah, but I feel like I need to watch Bob's Burgers. I don't know if you like Gilmore Girls or not. I'm in
I
the-
probably would, man. You know what? You know
Yeah.
what kind of shows I like.
I think you would. It's
I'd
a guilty pleasure for me.
That would probably be my top show. To be
Yeah.
honest with you.
It's a guilty pleasure.
I mean, if we did top 5 drama shows, you know what my list is. It's terrible.
Oh, we should do that at some point. That'd be interesting.
We should. It's my. I'm just gonna get fucking roasted for mine.
No, definitely got to do it.
But yeah, so I guess we just quick recap. For me, it went Friends, Bob's Burgers, It's Always Sunny, The Office, and The Simpsons.
Mine was... What was mine? In-Betweeners, Scrubs, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Flight of the Conchords, and Peep Show. Honorable mentions included Gilmore Girls.
There's just a ton of
Yeah,
them.
there's a lot. You can read a story.
Yeah, I mean, we basically just named comedy shows we like.
Yeah.
And
But
we're
that's what it turned
just
into.
named a shit ton.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, so that was our top 5. Again, we don't know how many we're going to do of these, but again, we'll just do top 5 things. And if anybody's listening, comment below on what you want to hear us do a top 5 of next.
Yes. Do you agree with anything we just said? If
Yes.
not, don't tell us. But
Yeah,
just
be nice.
Yeah, please be nice. We're new to this.
But anyways, all right.